Okay, so quick update about me getting followed and surveilled a couple days ago. So everybody here knows I have PTSD. I get bouts of agoraphobia, panic attacks, and stuff. So I don't leave the house like a lot. um, and I had to leave the house a few days ago, something. And I got in the car, and it was for about an hour, a little over an hour drive that I was going in the Uber. So I get in the back of the car, I say hello to the driver, put my headphones in, and I just have my head down, like on my phone for the entirety of the ride. When we're about 5, 10 minutes away from where he was dropping me off, I saw him in his rearview mirror, like signaling, take out your headphones. So I take him out, and he goes, do you have a stalker? And I was like, sort of, why? And he goes, you see that like brand new Mercedes like behind us to the left with the blacked out windows, not tinted. He had like full blacked out, like illegally blacked out windshield, everything windows. He goes, that car, when I picked you up an hour from here, he's like, when I picked you up, it pulled out right behind us, like boop, like immediately pulled out. And he said it stayed 2 car lengths behind us, like 2 cars for the entire hour drive. That's like going through a whole different part of like outside of Los Angeles, going into Los Angeles, on the highway, off the highway, there's crazy traffic, and we're going down like, tiny streets and stuff. And he's like, that car has been behind us the entire time. It's following us. So I'm like, okay. So the car pulls up beside us. He slows down because I was like, can you do it so I can see the license plate on the back? And he's like, got it. So he slows the car down, and the car was like forced to drive up beside us. I didn't get a picture of it, but I got the license plate. It was like a really new Mercedes with blacked out windows. So the second I did that, the car pulls up, and then it takes off, like takes off. So that was crazy. And the driver and I had a little bit more of a talk, and I was like, I can't believe, thank you so much for pointing that out. Cause geez, I've been head down, whatever. So he drops me off to the location that I'm going to. So I go to the location I'm going to, and the person I'm seeing there, I was like, how you been, whatever. And they were like, oh, my car got broken into. And this is somebody who I've been going to their house a few times over the last few weeks. And they go, my car got broken into this morning. And I was like, immediately, like, I'm like, oh no, because I haven't gone over all of this stuff with you guys yet. But part of the agoraphobia and avoiding people and places and relationships and all that is because it seemed to be this pattern over these last several years where anytime I would start hanging out with somebody like a friend new, or I start trying to work somewhere, whoever was employing me or whoever was hanging out with me would have, suddenly they'd get a flat tire every single week. Like I'm talking 2, 3, 4 flat tires, or their car would be broken into, yet nothing would be stolen. Just all the doors would be open, and everything in the front of the car would be moved to the back, and everything in the back of the car would be moved to the front. In fact, one time there was a vintage Chanel coat in one of them, and the Chanel coat was moved on top. As in, don't get this twisted. This isn't a random robbery. We didn't want to steal your stuff. We just want to let you know we know where you live. It's kind of that vibe. And again, I could be wrong. I just want to be really transparent with you guys at the risk of sounding paranoid or anything. I just want to tell you about all this stuff. And by the way, I have a lot of photos and everything for like 95% of the stuff I'm talking about. But so this person tells me about the car thing, and that's all I'll tell you about that. So about an hour in, I was like, okay, I'm going to step out front. And I grab my phone and I go out front to the street. When I stepped out front, first thing, within 10 seconds, I can hear this noise because now I can hear it always, like, and it's like something I've had to become very used to the last several years. Again, with a lot of photo and video evidence, but I hear a drone like 30 feet above my head. So I look up, and of course, there it is. There's a drone. There's the drone. Yeah, this happens all the time, these two, to me. Haven't seen one of those in a while. So, yeah, that was it. A stranger pointed out, hey, you're being followed for like an hour by that car with blacked out windows. And a drone was pop. And I was walking up the hill where I was too. And the drone was like going above me. And the second I whipped out my phone, that's when you can see it. It goes behind the building and it disappeared. So, not too surprising, because this is like always what I know in the back of my mind. If the people I'm talking about aren't fighting back publicly with like with accusations saying I'm lying, or a response saying, no, this is what happened, like here's my side of the story. Since none of that's happened, Whenever it gets quiet like that, I always know something's happening in the background and I have to like brace myself and be on the lookout. And what do you know? Like multiple things happened the other day. So I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm in a safe place now. I'm with a very, very close couple of friends, and my cortisol levels, they are making sure they're feeding me, feeding me, taking care of me. And we're just going to try to relax this weekend. I'm going to try to do part 31 today, and then I'm going to take a couple of days off. But thank you so much, everybody, for all your patience and your understanding. Thank you so much for giving me a safe place to talk about all this. And I'm sure it's not easy on you guys either. Anyways, love you.